we built something special at Indiana. I'm not gonna lie. Coming back there, everybody was on the same page, and that's exactly what you want on the team. You know what I'm saying? So the culture was so different, man. It was just like everybody's bought in, man. And I'm not gonna lie, like you're not with us, then oh well, get rolled over.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Call The Huddle podcast. Today's episode, I got a chance to talk with former Indiana lineman Kahlil Benson ahead of the 2026 NFL Draft. Kahlil spent 4 years with the Hoosiers before transferring to Colorado in 2024 during its 9-4 season. In 2025, Kahlil transferred back to Indiana and played all 16 games on the way to becoming a national champion as a senior. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for watching, and let's get to it. But LeBron or Jordan, you got like a take on that at all?
Uh, I'm not a basketball guy, but like I always been a LeBron fan, like just even from a young age, just because of my uncle kind of got me started on that part of it. But I always been that type of fan. Like I followed from Miami, with the Cavs and all of that stuff. So I'm used to that type of LeBron. So
Got you, got you. That's always a fun one to do on here because like I even hear some young people say Jordan, and like you get a lot of people saying either or, even like I said, not basketball. Uh, but I
yeah,
mean, I know you've been playing tackle for a long time, but tell me like if you could play another position other than offensive line, what are you going with?
D tackle, defensive tackle. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I love playing offensive line, but I do realize that playing D line is kind. I mean, it's fun as well. So I mean, you get to hit a lot of people a little bit harder than you can on offense. So
Yeah, and you're like less in space too. Like you're used to being in space on the edge at right tackle. Um,
yeah.
a little bit, Khalil. Like you got a favorite food or like favorite snacks or anything you go to when you need something?
Um, that's a good question. Let me see. I'm probably more favorite food. I ain't never thought about this really for real, man. I'm a country dude, so I like eating all type of food, bro. I love soul food. That's probably my favorite type of food, like soul food, probably. So
That's cool. That's cool. I
anything
like.
specific, I don't know if I can tell you specific though. It's just like a lot of it.
Got you, got you. You're not picky. I like that. I like that. That's cool. Uh, I don't like. I know I seen you like this past season in Indiana, kind of like walking around the stadium doing laps like before the game. Do you have like a
hmm
pregame tradition or like music or anything that you like to do before the game? Like every game to get you going.
Yeah, so like that first. Normally I try to take at least like 3 to 4 laps, but sometimes I take two, depending on what time I get out there. But normally that first lap, I just kind of walk, talk to God, pray a little bit, and no music. Then that second lap, I normally turn my music on, and I just try to get in that space to where like I'm in my zone, just listening to music, and I'm feeling good, and everything, just making sure everything is everything. So it's just normally those first 2 laps around the field, and then just getting my mind grounded, getting my heart grounded, praying for the team, praying for just our success, praying for the coaches and their decisions and what they're making. And I just try to get in that mode, man. Just be not selfish, and just tell God thank you for that present moment. So I honestly just, like I said, just maybe that music, get me to that mode and listen to a little gospel, little rock, I guess you would say, country. You know what I'm saying? So it just kind of keep my mind like maybe one moment I'm yeah, pumped up, and then maybe one moment I'm kind of relaxed. Just so that I get in that mode. Like in the game time situation, man, there's gonna be times when emotions gonna be high and emotions gonna be low, and sometimes you gotta stay level. And so just being able to control those emotions and being able to control what you control in those times. So I feel like music kind of helps me do that.
That's cool. So you're more of like a take it in, like focus, like take it in, like type
Yeah.
of guy. That's cool.
hmm
I like that. I
Yeah,
like
I
that a
try not to
lot.
be unbothered, man. Unbothered.
Yes,
And
sir.
then
I
I
love that.
sharpen the sword. Yeah.
Got you, man. Got you. I know you've been playing like you've seen Big Ten football. Like you spent 3-4 years at Indiana last year, like 2 years ago at Colorado, and then this past year back at Indiana. But tell me like some of your favorite road trips. Like you got anything like stadiums or like road trips that like really stood out like over your college career that were like nuts, like fun at all?
See those road trips, man. It's always fun just joking with the guys in the bus on the bus, man. I think that a lot of people miss the fact that you do still have to have fun. You know what I'm saying? we had a lot of those conversations in the back of that, like in the back of that bus or wherever I'm sitting at, and man, it's just like a lot of life conversations, a lot of fun conversations, we joking around. Whether it's something we seen on TikTok or something like that before the game, but we do be focused in. But it's just like sometimes you gotta let loose a little bit. I think that my favorite stadium. Okay, so maybe Penn State because it's so loud. All right, so Penn State is one of those places, man. Like if you're backed up, you just gotta trust the process at that point because you know the students get loud over at Penn State. So I think that maybe playing at Penn State probably was my favorite ones just because of the energy and I just feel electric by the time game comes. Um, Michigan is just pretty big. Um, but you know, you can't forget Indiana. You know what I'm saying? Like Indiana's probably my best one because it's just the home feeling and just like the fans and everybody turning up and it's just like, dang, I'm here right in front of my people. So it's kind of like I'm gonna say it's really just like, man, you can't miss it. You don't want to miss it. Being in Indiana is just feeling electric, and everybody's just hyped up. No matter the circumstance, everybody loud, like you know what I'm saying. So it's just playing in front of that home crowd. It's a different feeling. So I have a lot of places I have played at, but I also think probably Indiana, like maybe sound like this may sound, kind of biased about it, but I'm very biased. I love Indiana and Indiana too, though, as well.
I mean, yeah, that fan base showed out like all year for everything. They showed out. They really showed out. And you mentioned like the rest of the Big Ten stuff. Like I know Michigan. Like I was at that Penn State game, the Penn State Indiana game this past year. I was there with my mom. It was my mom's first football game. But I think that last drive, I remember like how loud it was. Like, and then Fernando, like you guys, the offense just drove down with like 2 minutes left, like crazy. Like I think that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a football game. Like for the offense to drive down like that. Like I think you guys had no timeouts. First play of the drive was a sack, so it was like 2nd and 18, and then just started like just going like crazy going. Like it was literally like one of the craziest things I've ever seen from an offense, like with no time, like no nothing. That's cool that you mentioned that. That's awesome. Uh,
You gotta be prepared for those moments, man. You just never know when it happens.
yeah, and I mean I want to like I think there's so much to take away from the Indiana team. Like I've talked to a couple guys like Kalon Black I talked to a couple months ago. Like there's a lot of professionalism at the program, like especially this past year. There's so much like it's a real professional program. But I'm having fun with this. I appreciate this. What'd you study at school? Like what'd you learn? Like what are your degrees in?
Criminal justice.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
How
So
what do
yeah.
you like about that?
So with me, I grew up around like a lot of law enforcement. Like my cousins, law enforcement. Had a few other cousins and another uncle. I just have a lot of people in law enforcement. So it's like I grew up in that type of field. My mom was one of those type of major, like a law enforcement in that area. Like she liked doing like criminal justice classes. But she did say it was some hard classes, like which it was. I ain't gonna lie, like criminal justice class is not easy. But I think it's just the fact that like man, it's the field of work you get to study in. It's interesting in the terms of it's more than just going out arresting people. It's more than being like just being in the cop car, just like or seeing, what I'm saying, like different those type of different busts or raids or whatever. It's more so just the fact that like the opportunity and the relationships you build along the way for real. So I kind of took that into consideration and like just knowing that there's a lot of people that has those type of degrees and and a lot of people don't really know that those people be more the same people that you really need in a business platforms and that knows a lot of stuff outside of law enforcement and a lot of the normal stuff you see today. But it was more so of a business standpoint for me. I just wanted to understand that how outside of what I was doing with football, that I can learn more and take into like a natural life, like regular life situation. So when I get older and like being able to ready to own my own business or doing type buying a house or something like that, there's a lot of people that really know a lot of people. So that was a good start for me. So yeah.
That's cool. I think that's super unique to you. Like I don't think I've ever heard a lot of people on here say like criminal stuff like that.
Hmm.
And a lot of like you mentioned too, it's a lot of analysis thinking, like a lot of analysis in terms of like thinking outside of the box, like in a lot of ways. That's cool. Uh, oh, the one thing I wanted to hear about Kahlil, like I know you've been playing for a long time, especially at Colorado. There's a lot of dudes. Uh,
Yeah.
but who are some of the best players, like freakiest athletes you think you've seen during your career at all that you could think of off your head?
Oh my. Uh, where should I start? Because I got here in 2020.
I
I
know.
don't.
I mean, I would love to hear anything, like even if you got any names from high school, like
Let me see.
Mississippi, like that stand out, like anyone that's been like crazy surprising to you. Like I would love to hear anything.
I would say freak athlete. All right, so I've seen Travis make some crazy catches, bro. All right, and then at Colorado was kind of crazy, right? But I've seen a lot of stuff at IU too because there was this one guy, one receiver, his name was DJ Matthews. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he played here in 2022, 23-ish. And I've seen him do some crazy stuff like running up a kickback, a punt. I don't know if it was a punt or if it might have been it might have been a kickoff. It was one of the two. But he caught he caught the punt backwards, and like he was running like the opposite direction, catching the punt, and then returned it. And I was like that was kind of crazy. Like being in Indiana is like, man, you don't see stuff like that. So like, I mean, him, Walt Failure, like man, them guys like them unbelievable catches, like Ty Fogel. I've seen a lot of people make some crazy catches, bro. Like the time I've been in Indiana and just in college. So it was like a lot of the time you just be like, dang, but like these people gonna excel. You know what I'm saying? Like these people are here, like these guys here been playing ball for a long time and they got some crazy hands on them. So for me, it was just kind of like just really admiring those guys, man, and being like, dang, these guys really work hard at their craft as well. So but yeah, I think those are more of some of the street guys that I've seen, like that have been freak athletes here recently. So
Got you. Did
in
you
my
play with?
time in Indiana.
That's cool. Did you play with Michael Penix Jr. When you were at Indiana the first round?
Yeah, I did. The year I think he got hurt. It was at the second time or whatever, first time when it was that crazy year when he dove in for the touchdown. I was there. I was there for that year, and then the year after that. So it was kind of like more so just like dang, like the year after that he ended up leaving, but he was hurt. But the man was Jack Toto came in, but Mike Penix, I was here for his first year. That first year for my first year of college, so 2020.
That's cool. And I've
But
I've
yeah,
talked to some people in here that have played with him. Like he's another freak athlete. I mean, this past year, like Indiana, there's so many freak athletes. Like even like Fernando Mendoza, like in the pocket, like I remember, like it's so hard to bring him down, like type stuff. Um, that this is
bigger
fun.
quarterback, man.
Yes,
Got a little
sir.
weight to
Yes, sir.
him. yeah,
Uh, anything last like icebreaker question before I want to jump into your career a little bit. Um, anything like off the field or like a hobby you have or anything that a fan should know about you, like the type of person you are, Khalil.
I'm a huge bowler, so if anybody knows, I'm a huge bowler. I'm one of those guys that just not afraid to take it to the lanes. So I have my own bowling balls as well, so I'm pretty serious about
That's cool. Straight
it.
competitor, like all everything. I love to hear that on here.
Everything.
Uh, I know, like, so you're from Mississippi, which is crazy that you jumped to Indiana the first time
Mhm.
around. I know you had a couple offers I was looking at, but like, what ultimately brought you to Indiana? Like that first 2020 year, like out of high school, like what led you out of state that far?
So Coach Allen was the type of family guy that due to his principle of loving each other. So it was a huge thing for me coming out of high school because I cared like the way I care for people and the way that I know you hear a lot of people say it's family oriented, but like when you feel that feeling like being around a group of guys that really care about you and your well being, so it's kind of like you want to surround yourself with that. And as well as there was a few people that was from around my hometown that influenced that as well. So yeah, like Matt Bedford and Jalen Williams at the time. So um, but those guys that helped along the way to me for me to come here to be in Indiana and be like, hey man, look, I came all the way from home. I'm 6.5 hours away too. So if you, I mean, it's we're both in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? I love it here. Like these guys, they're good people here. The development piece was good. I got my first like real taste of football. I mean, of course, she's going to get a taste of football for really wherever you go, but I was able to just be able to be open with those guys and celebrate those things and different accomplishments with those guys. So I think that me being here was more so, like I said, family oriented. I was able to come in and then stick right in. These guys came all the way down from here. I mean, of course, from Indiana, the whole staff was at my house. So they kind of like sold the book at the time, you know. So I ended up just taking that, man. I was just like, look, I don't mind being there. We had a great relationship. I was committed to Ole Miss before, and a lot of those coaches were had been to Ole Miss, or even some of those coaches that coached at Ole Miss that knew the Indiana coaches. So it was kind of more so the closest thing that I could get to being like a Mississippi feel. They really cared, and it really was a lot of a big choice that I had to make, and be either get out of Mississippi or stay in Mississippi. So I wanted to do the bigger thing and just get out of Mississippi and see something different. So Indiana was another place for me to go, and it was just like, yeah, I don't mind it. So I really appreciate the, the road that I've run, like walked down this thus far. So
I love to hear that, and I know like that whole program was super tight knit, like family oriented, like exactly what you mentioned. Like I know Coach Allen's mentioned like the sacrifices he's had to make, and like just like all football players, all coaches, you have to make sacrifices. But I know like I said, that seems like comes off as a really tight knit like program. Um, Personally, those first 3 4 years there, like what do you feel like was your biggest growth? Like the first stop in Indiana, like what was your biggest growth as a football player and like off the field?
comfortability, comfortability and confidence in myself. I used to doubt myself, didn't think that, that I wasn't gonna be good enough to even play there. Like, or was I strong enough, or was I ever gonna be able to like keep up with the guys? So I think that comfortability, and then like the confidence, and just being ready to being ready to play. You know what I'm saying? As an athlete, you'll learn that fast in college is your best ability is availability. And then so when a team calls on you, you just gotta be ready, and you can't be selfish with it. So I had to learn that coming straight off, and being able coming off the injury. I had tore my ACL 2020, didn't get to play 2021, and that set me back for both times. And it was like I just needed to develop and be able to play at the speed that these guys play at. So once I learned that, I fit right in 2022 from the very first game I played. And ever since then, I just didn't look back, man. It was kind of one of those things. It was just like, what do you want? Like, what do you want to do, like, in life? And what do you want to make out of your college career? And you don't want to just be sitting here holding a jersey or on your shoulder pads, and you just letting people see your number. You want to actually make that number mean something. So it was I really had to lock in and really mature fast, and really learn that this football, like, it's not no different from high school football, just some bigger people and stronger people, but you yourself are bigger and stronger as well. So just be ready for all type of challenges, man, and take that challenge and not be scared, and show people that I really knew what I can do, that I can do it. So it was not a matter of time if, it was just a matter of time when it was going to happen. So I just needed that time. Once I found that time, and everything clicked right away, I was ready.
Got you.
My name
I
was
like
called.
I appreciate all that because like I mean I cover a lot of sports and like all throughout sports like everyone has everyone has like self doubt, like finding yourself, like finding your confidence, like and like finding your heart type thing. Um, and that's cool to hear that first stop at Indiana was like that for you, especially with that program, that culture. Um, I know I want to talk about Colorado a lot because I'm a big fan of like Coach Prime, like especially the culture, just like the Colorado football is building. But like, take me through this past year. Like, what do you think you're gonna remember most from 2025? Like this past season with Indiana. Like, what was the ride like for you?
I think the biggest thing I will miss is just being able to be around the camaraderie of those guys, because we built something special at Indiana. I'm not gonna lie. Coming back there with that team, man, it was just the fact that everybody was on the same page, and that's exactly what you want on a team. You know what I'm saying? So uh, I feel like a winning culture, a winning team, is when everybody is holding each other accountable and knows what their own job and what their own what their task is for that on being on that team. Like, we was able to like talk to each other, like laugh with each other, joke with each other, but when it was time to go, man, it was time to go. You understand? So I think that being in Indiana this past season taught me a lot about camaraderie and team, like really just being a part, just taking in those little moments, taking in the small things, man, and not being afraid to speak up, or not being afraid to ask questions, even from your own teammates. And like, if you feel like that your play is down, ask one of the guys that you go against all the time, like, hey, what do you think I do today? Or what can I do better? Like, and then the next day you work on it. So it was kind of one of those things where it was like, man, like we was all able to talk to each other, man. It was fun being around those guys. Nobody was selfish. Everybody just knew the one common goal, and it was to win. So once we did that and figured it out as a team, and the work we put in from the spring, the summer, fall camp, and through the season, man, even getting better every game, it was just like, man, it's fun to be with these guys. Just live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And just being able to just play this sport that we really do love. So I think that's going to be the biggest takeaway. So
Yeah, I love that, and like I said, I mentioned like how from afar it comes off as like a professional team, like the culture, and then yeah, like the tightness that you guys come together. Like I know I talked to like Kaylon, like I said, Kaylon, like and I've heard a lot of other people talk about like through the spring you guys kind of realized like what the team was and like who you guys could be as you know all the new leaders were coming in, you were coming back in. But then once you guys just got like winning games started rolling, like it really started rolling. You guys just like it really was rolling. When did you know like that this year's group like that this group was special? Like when did you know at this point in the season that this year's group was different?
in the season, or because I kind of figured that out in the spring ball, man. I ain't even gonna lie, like it kind of got opened up to me real early. Like I just knew because I'm a big observer of people and of like the guys. So like I kind of was watching it because I wasn't able to participate this past spring because I was in a boot. I was still injured or whatever. Coming back, and it was at the time I couldn't do anything. So I was able to really watch the team and see how these guys play. And I watched every defensive person that was on that team because I knew at some point I was going to have to block these guys. So being just watching and just being able to be like, dang, like we got a bad team, like not a bad in a bad way, like but in a great way. Like we got a cold team. Like we might do some things this year. Like I just say that all the time in the spring ball. I'm like, bro, like this might take off. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I feel this. Like this year, it was just something different in my spirit. I felt it. And just being able to watch those guys practice every day and the amount of effort and the fun that they put in and the hard work and the attention to details and how they attack practice every day, like from stretch lines to warm ups to walkthroughs, everything, no matter what it is, like how early we had to be out there, we still attacked it just like it was just like it was. I mean, our job. We had to do it at 100%. So once I seen that, I was just like, yeah, man, like surrounded by these bunch of guys, like a group of guys with the coaches they had, from the coaching staff all the way down to like people that's around the building. The culture was so different, man. It was just like everybody's bought in. Like you have to have everybody bought in or release the rest of the negative energy sometimes. So honestly, I think everybody was bought in. There was no guys hating on nobody else because a lot of people were playing and getting the time that they needed all the time. So it was really fun, man. I'm glad that I was able to observe it. In the springtime, was just able to be like, yeah, but we're gonna be a nasty team this year. And I'm not gonna lie, like if you're not with us, then we'll get rolled over. It showed. It showed in the 16-0 season. So perfect season, man.
Yeah, and like you said it perfectly. Like the best teams are like competitors in like everything they do, like everything. Um, but like that stands out about like the competition, like even down to like just like the leaders, like how everyone acts, like the personality of the team. Like how do you think like what were some times that like you were pushed like extra hard, like in terms of like how you were like competing with other guys? Like what were some moments that you were pushed more than you thought, or like that guys like how did guys help you out this year in terms of competing with you?
Um, just being able to just be like, I guess this year, coming back off of that injury, was kind of hard for me to get back to trust my foot again all the way. But I think that them guys just being able to just saying like, hey man, like we good, like we know you got this, like we watch your film or man, we done seen you play, like we know you can do this, but just go ahead and trust it fully and just come on, be who you know you to be. So that's what I think was the biggest thing. Being around those old linemen, man, and them guys still being able to trust me because I had been there and I had been with some of those guys already. Some of them had already knew me, and some of the guys were new. So, but I always tell people, I say I figured the biggest thing for me to do, the hardest thing at Indiana this past year for me to do, was to be able to get those guys to trust me that I'm going to be able to take care of my job and do what I have to do when the time comes. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, everything you said, like I could tell you love football, like and like especially like everyone on that team definitely loves football. You could tell that watching from afar. What has football taught to you, and like what has football taught you, and what does it mean to you, like Khalil?
Uh, it's not. I would be wrong if I said football taught me one thing. Football taught me a lot of things, man. Football taught me so much about being a team, how to work together with different people. You're gonna be meet people from different places. Some of people gonna be from the same places, but even from the same places, different backgrounds. So I think that it just taught me how to be open, how to see everyone, how to be able to communicate with different people, how to be able to talk to different people, how to be able to have your own relationship with different people. And my mom always taught me that there's gonna be times where you have a relationship with different people, and my relationship with with whoever might not be the same as your relationship with whoever, or my relationship with Joe may not be the same with your Joe relationship, but we all it still means one thing. But at the same time, though, like I could have a deeper meaning with Joe, or it could be a different meaning with Joe. Me and Joe relationship can be, like um, we like to go out and go to a music bar or something like that, a music festival you know what I'm saying? And that's how we bond and connect. But y'all might be able to connect through football, and it's just like the way y'all block each other, or you know what I'm saying? It's just differently. Like a lot of people's relationship that you build, a lot of relationships that you build nowadays is not the same. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same as everybody else's relationship, but as long as y'all can see eye to eye and level, you know what I'm saying, on the same thing, I think that's what the most important piece of where it comes from. And I don't I don't like to throw none of that away. I don't downgrade nothing. I take everything into account of that this is a reason, this is for a reason, and I made sure that it's known that this is for a reason, you know. So like I said, I think that's my biggest takeaway and how I feel about that.
Yeah, like football and like the locker room, like everything is like really comparable to life and like all that. Like I appreciate all that, like you said. Um, this past year, like going to the next level now. When you look at like some games, like some matchups that you had, like on the edge, what are some games or some matchups that like you would show someone like a scout or a coach or a fan, like if they're trying to see who you are at the next level?
Uh, are you asking me a specific game?
Yeah, like any games, like game film that you
Uh,
feel most comfortable
I
about, or
would
like
say
a matchup.
I would say Michigan State. I did pretty good there, run blocking and pass blocking. I think that was a really solid game that I had. Just just being a me with being the leadership skills that I have, or the communication skills that I have, and being able to like know that I can log in at any point. Uh, I think that UCLA was a great game as well. There's a lot of games, man. Illinois, even in the Oregon game, there was some up and downs in the Oregon game, but like I still feel like I proved myself a lot, and a lot of the things I did, and then a lot of quick thinking that I did have. So I think those are some few games or a few matchups that I had to be like, hey, like look, like like these are some times that I've done pretty good. Some of them are like maybe a little bit questionable, but most of them are like answerable. You know what I'm saying? So I think those are some games there that can be graded on, and really see like what type of guy I am and what type of player I am. So I don't I don't know. I don't know. I I've thought about it, but at the same time though, that's like I said again, unrealistic for me to be too over humble about it, because I don't want to know that I don't want that to feel like that I'm like I guess bragging or boasting. I'm not, but it's just like hey, like this is a game where I say I feel like I've done a pretty good job, and I think I did a good good deed here. So yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. And I mean, like I know you've been playing, like you played guard at Colorado, like played tackle, like your whole life, like you got
Hmm.
versatility going to the next level. Um,
All right.
yeah, tell me a little bit about like your coaching experience. Like I mean, I'm a big fan of Dion, like Coach Prime, but like what would you take away from him? Like first off, like what's he like to you as a lineman especially?
Oh, good down to earth dude. I'm laughing because bro, he's hilarious, man. Bro, that relationship over there, man. Like I can't lie, like I built some lot of strong bonds, man. Like, he's a gold jacket that you would just rather like be like, dang, like that's how that is. Like this how you really do that. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I think I learned a lot about going over there, just mentally and just like what just knowing that there is something else other than football, or even when life hits you. But if you want to be a gold jacket, you got to understand the both sides to that. You can't just be oblivious to one thing. So, uh, but I think that him being the type of dude he is, man, the way he raises his kids, the way he raises his sons, the way he treats his players, man, is the competitive nature that's over there. Oh my lord, like it's so high competitive over there. Like it teaches you how to be competitive and not let nobody take your food off your plate. But at the same time, though, it teaches you a bunch of skills where you don't know that you really need. in general, like just being like a dog, you know what I'm saying? When he means that, like just being someone that every play, like I need to count on you. Every play I know I don't have to look at you specifically and think that you're not gonna do your job. So it's kind of one of those things where man, you just gotta be ready for it. And as a gold jacket, and if you want a gold jacket, you can't back down to nothing. You gotta be ready every time. Like availability is the best ability. Being ready don't mean that coach see you out sitting on the sideline. Being ready is mentally being able to lock in, and then the next play, something happen and you better go in. Like literally just being ready, like always, and not being scared to speak up and show your opinion, but also getting the job done and knowing that if you say you're gonna do something, then do it. You know. So I like that. Yeah, I
Got you.
think that's a lot that Coach Prime taught us over there. So
That's awesome. I love to hear that. And like, I mean, you are super like got a crazy story because like 2020, like just the last 2 years being under like Coach Prime and then under Coach Signetti, like both those locker rooms and like the cultures are like two of the most like unique that I can remember. Like authentic, like fun having. I mean, that's why you guys won. Like both places is why you guys won. Can you like maybe talk about like what those two are like the 2025 year like Indiana under Signetti and like the Coach Prime culture, like how are they like maybe like
uh
similar?
you wanna know why? Because I not like I said, not the bragger boats, but I played with two Heisman. So both of those teams, man, was like at the time, like you gotta think about it. If you want to win, what type of team would you want to have? Like you got to have that team that's bought in. Everybody's there, and in the situation at hand, man, like we all knew, like man, Travis finna win this Heisman, or you know what I'm saying? It's between Shador and Travis right now, and then and Travis being able to come out on top, like with the competitive nature that they have against each other, but they're still being able to be teammates, man, at the same time. So it's like, dude, like this is the type of team that you want to be on, and then to come back and turn around and go to Indiana and then block for a Heisman quarterback is like, it's like, dude, like it's big, bro. Not many people can say that that's going on, man. And I really do, I really do like in this situation, like I really do. I just appreciate it so much. It's like so much. It's not a lot you can say. You just only thing you can do is appreciate it because you've been around those mindsets your whole like. First of all, the first few years being in Indiana, you leading up is like, okay, what am I learning? You know, what am I learning building up? But then you get to that point, and it's like that was the purpose. Okay, so now I'm around winning mindsets. Now I'm around two different teams. Both of them has Heisman guys. Both of them are winning teams. And then this next team is a national champion. But it's like, dang, bro, like I've been around a lot of people that really had that mindset of saying, like, I'm gonna win. I got that dog in me. I'm not gonna back down from the fight. No matter what the situation is, I'm not gonna stop. So y'all seen like a lot of y'all seen the season when we got up. It wasn't we wasn't success. We wasn't determined like our playing like never was determined like on success or failure. You hear Coach Signetti say it all the time. So it's kind of like we was just gonna keep on going and keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. Like it's just our mindset. It's what we've engraved in us during the off season and being able to like those practices. So that's why I take away from both of those teams because even at Colorado, we never stopped practice. It was like we are gonna keep going and keep going. Like when we win it, we're gonna keep winning. Like even though there was some games that we lost, but it taught us those things like, okay, what can we learn from those losses? You know what I'm saying? Like what did we do? What position did we put ourselves in for those losses or whatever? But I think that it set us up for the next future for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like even with me just being able to leave again, going back to Indiana, getting back on the Heisman winning team, and then back on the national championship team. And it's like, okay, now what does this past season get me ready for what I'm going to now? So like I said, man, it's unbelievable. It's unreal, man. It's a blessing just being able to be on those teams, bro. It's like it's a lot. I can go on and on, bro. It's a lot to talk about. Like it's a lot to learn from those teams.
Absolutely. Like that's why I'm so like so in awe. Like because like I said, those are two of like the most player led cultures that like won. And I want to ask you kind of like just one more follow up on that too, because like you mentioned 2024, like you guys and like obviously Trav won a Heisman, you guys ended up winning, but like Shadur was just like the same type of leader. Like you guys were such a player led program. Like everyone talks about player led programs, but like Colorado is very player led, especially that year. And then this past year, Indiana, like you guys got so many older guys like that are really like you guys doing it your way, like player led, like the responsibilities on you guys. But you guys are having fun through it, and like both programs, you guys are having fun through it. Like could you tell me like the culture at practice between those two? Like what are like what's
Mm,
the difference and unique like how like what are the differences of practice in terms of like you getting fun and like getting that like that release out in terms of like being a team.
um, what's the culture like at practice? Okay, so being at Colorado, right? When we're in between those white lines, we're gonna work. Being at Indiana, when it's between those white lines, you're gonna work. But outside of those white lines, as soon as that whistle go off or that bell rings or whatever it is that may stop the practice, now he's like, all right, what are we finna do now to go learn from what we just did on the field? First of all, what can we take away from practice? Second of all, once we step out of those doors, now it's like, all right, how did you do it in practice, bro? How you felt you did? What you think you can get better at? Then it's like, all right, now we're gonna crack some jokes. You know what I'm saying? Or like, man, we're gonna laugh or talk or whatever about whatever happened. Or now it's time to go home, lay down, recover, and get ready for the next day. So I think one of those is just I think it's just the mindset, man. Like it's the non the it's the mindset of I'm not gonna let the next man outwork me mindset. So it's like once we're in between those white lines, we're gonna work. When those white lines go away, outside of that building, then it's like you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your body, you taking care of your mental. You're not doing nothing stupid that's gonna hurt the team outside of us being in football. So go home and return the way you left. You know what I'm saying? A better the way you left, a better person the way you left than the way you left. So I think that culture was just the culture of man, like, all right, ball game's on. Now we're back on the field. We're back at practice. Turn the switch back on. Now we got to lock in for another hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes, hour 20, 30 minutes. And now it's just time for us to win. You know that this is where we win at. What we do right here and in those meeting rooms is where we're going to win on those field on Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Or Saturday, whatever day that we play it on. But at the same time, though, it's like, man, like, what do you want? Like, what are we coming out here for to practice if we're not going to get nothing out of it? So we go out there, we practice hard. We go out there and we practice fast and physical and relentless, man. So it's just one of those. It's that mindset. It's that culture, bro. It's just it's the objective. It's the standard. Like you have to play by that standard. You have to. If not, then it's not going to happen. So
And there's no like micromanaging. Like I mean, Shadur Sanders, like growing up, he knows the how to be a professional. Like you mentioned, like Signetti coming in, like Google me, like I know how to win. Like there's no micromanaging. Like and even him talking about like how short practices are. Like you guys only need 90-minute practices. Like whatever it is. Like the responsibility is from what I can see, like that much more on you guys. Like there's that much less micromanaging that there might be in other programs and stuff. I appreciate you a lot for this, Khalil. Like I said, I just you have a crazy story and perspective, and I really appreciate all this. Um, I got a couple. I want to wrap this up. Like I know you got I know this has been a minute, but I want to talk about your strengths and stuff. Like just you as a dominant lineman, like I mentioned, versatility and stuff. Um, but I do really appreciate your perspective on football. I think that's really awesome. I appreciate you talking all of that. But going to the next level, what are some strengths in your game, and then what are some things that you're working on that you think going to the next level?
um, I think that my strength, or a couple of my strengths, are the ability to learn and be able to catch on pretty fast. While being showed to me. So if there's something that needs to be done this way, then I'm definitely going to use my mind and my body to be able to like accomplish that exactly the way you want me to. I think there's some weaknesses that I am working on though is just being able to just do it, and being able to just not being able to focus on it too much and not think about it too much, just actually really do it. Because a lot of time with playing football, it's a lot of just doing it, bro, and not even a lot of thinking. Sometimes you just overthink about a lot of stuff, and then that's when you start getting caught up. So, but I think that just in general, man, like normal pass blocking or run blocking differences, because you always can get better, man. You're never 100%. It'll be unrealistic for me to sit here and say, oh, this is my strength or this is my exact weakness. But I think that I can get better at all phases every time. Like I don't think that I'm nowhere near where I want to be at, but I'm definitely going to strive to be where I want to be. So in the end of it, can nobody question my game, you know? So when it all says and done. So I'm going to continue to work on my run blocking. I'm going to continue to work on my pass blocking and just to get better, man, because I don't want nothing left on the table. You know, I want to make sure I get everything off the plate. I want to make sure I drink all the drink. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love to hear that, man. I know it's a lot of change for you. You mentioned pro day yesterday. I know I saw you had some good numbers, good workouts. How'd that go, and what's been your favorite part of like this, just the process, I guess?
Yesterday, I think it was just there to be out there with my brothers, man. Just one last time. And it's just like, dude, like, dang, bro, we're old. We're getting done. You know, we're wrapping it up.
Don't say that.
So, but we're wrapping it up, man. We're wrapping it up. It was just being able to be out there on the field, just seeing everybody be able to compete at a high level against themselves and against the times and against they're really going against the coaches that was there in their time. You try to beat them guys too. So, but you want to impress those guys and being able to see the process and where everybody came from and how far they came and then like where we are now. So it's like, wow, man, the transition is crazy. Like the turnaround was crazy. And I think that was the biggest part, just being on the field with the guys one last time, man. And just never know where we end up. Might be, I mean, we're going to play against each other at some point, but some of us might end up on the same team. So just never know.
Yeah, it's all process. Like stay in the moment, like take it day by day. But yeah, like uh, I mean, we're not getting old. Like you're the same age as me. Like we're not getting old, bro. We're still kicking. Uh,
Some of the guys on the team call me
nah, don't let that happen, man. Don't let that. Damn.
Hey, man, I
They'll
told I ain't
mess
there
they'll
yet,
mess with
bro.
you.
I'm
I
still
get that
young,
too.
man. I'm still young, man.
Word. It's just a number. I appreciate this, Khalil. This is a lot of fun. Last one I got for you. Like I know you mentioned, I mean, a lot like college football. You've been playing football forever. And I love like your perspective. Like you mentioned, just like having fun with it. Uh, and like who you are off the field. I think it says a lot about you. Who like just like your ambitions. Like you're super ambitious, obviously. Like and those. I think that's awesome. I think it's awesome that you got a lot of other things outside of football that define who you are. At least I can tell. At least. But tell me, like adversities wise, like what are some of your biggest adversities over your career, and how would you turn that into advice for someone else like younger?
Um, Adversities, man. First off, 2020, I had a torn ACL, mental adversity. It's a mental battle. It's never a physical battle for anyone that's battling that right now. But everything with that is just it's all mental, man. It's never going to be physical because your body's going to get back to where it needs to be. But mentally, you got to be prepared for all the work that you got to put in. 2021, my grandmother passing away was a big adversity for me. I had to overcome that because I talked to her every single day. You know what I'm saying? Every morning I woke up, I was on the phone with my grandma. So it's kind of different not being able to hear her voice for a while. So that was a big jump for me. And a lot of people don't understand. I don't like to talk about it, but man, like I lost someone very close to me last season before it actually straight ball. And I lost somebody very, very, very close to me to violence and not really violence, but something that's going to be prevented, you know? So, but I don't take that into excuses, you know what I'm saying? I took that and I made it making me stronger, you know what I'm saying? So I used that for going ahead in football. And it still kind of to this day, don't really bothers me, but you never forget about when things happen. So, but at the same time, though, like, man, you go through a lot of stuff and everybody go through a lot of things and you just got to know how to deal with it and then how to overcome it from those adversity. And saying it's not there to tear you down. Adversity is there to get you to a point where, okay, how can I deal with it? And what am I going to use this to make me stronger? So then I use that to make me stronger. And then I'm use that to make me mentally stronger and emotionally stronger. So it helped a lot. So, and I just would say right now that at this point, if there's like anybody that's out there that's really just, that's going through some things, it's okay to speak up, and talk about it. So don't be too scared to open your mouth. So, um, but yeah, that was kind of my thing, man. It's like my adversities that I went through, and being able to come back off of these injuries and actually do what I got to do. So yeah.
Got you. I appreciate that, Khalil. It's awesome, man. Like life and sports are all about change. Like it's like you mentioned, everything's about staying in the moment, like taking everything in the moment. I appreciate your perspective, man. I appreciate everything. Like I really think this is awesome. And thank you for your time. I'll be rooting for you throughout the rest of this and everything going on your way.
And I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you having me on here, man. It's been an honor to even talk on here. It's always a blessing to be able to come and share your story with other people, and knowing that other people are watching, you might help someone, and you might make somebody smile at the next point. So it's what I'm here for, man. For real.